Survivor build character or does it reveal character?
That's a great question.
We are just days away from season 38 of Survivor. So I traveled across the globe to fabulous Fiji for a one-on-one with host, executive producer, and Survivor master Jeff Probst, who will personally give us all the juicy details of Survivor: Edge of Extinction. Tell me about this theme, the Edge of Extinction. What a name!
The Edge of Extinction idea is really centered around trying to go deeper emotionally and spiritually with why these people want this adventure. The premise is you're voted out, and what you don't know and nobody knows is that as you walk off tribal council and turn the corner, you're gonna see a torch and a little signpost, and the signpost says you have a decision to make. If you've had enough, follow the path and your adventure is over. But if you want a chance to get back in the game, grab the torch and get in the boat. And that's all you know. Grab the torch and get in the boat. So our hunch is a lot of people are gonna say, okay, I wanna play some more. But they have no idea what will be required of them. So they've taken the first step into the unknown. You already left a very difficult game called Survivor. You got voted out. This is gonna take you deeper with only a shot to get back in, no guarantee. And the first person will literally arrive at Extinction Island in the pitch black with a single torch and a sign that says, welcome to Extinction Island, where you're gonna work your ass off. And if it ever becomes too much, raise the sail that is on the mast and a boat will come get you. So the only thing on the island is this old ship's mast that has a sail, and there's a sign and it says, welcome to Extinction Island. Nothing will be easy. When fear and loneliness set in, you'll have to find the resolve to overcome, and if it becomes too much, raise the sail and a boat will come pick you up. In other words, you can quit if you want. And the first person will wake up in the morning and go, what do I do? And there will be no one to tell them to do anything. And maybe a second person will come, maybe everybody will come. We don't know what's going to happen.
Survivor is known for its twists and turns, and this season is no different. 4 iconic players with unfinished business are back. David Wright.
Hi.
Kelly.
Hey, girl.
Wentworth.
What's up? Yeah, do that. Yeah, we gotta continue that, the Wentworth
We
thing.
gotta continue the Wentworth.
Yes.
Aubrey.
Yes.
You're back.
I'm back for a 3rd time. I
Okay.
must be a little insane.
I'm back.
You did it.
I mean, I haven't done anything yet, but yeah, I've almost done it.
This is crazy. I don't know what I'm thinking. I feel like I've come back to like an ex-boyfriend or something. I'm like, this is not good for you. Like, don't do it. But then I'm like, oh, but it was so good. Yes. All right, baby. So here I am.
Is this something that you had to wrestle with? Like, I know you're generally filled with doubt.
Yes, that's a fair assessment. It's like women that give birth and then they have this sort of weird amnesia about how hard the labor was. But Survivor doesn't have that. I remember how hard it was. So yeah, I had to really think, like, do I really want to go through this again? Because it was much better not knowing how hard it would be. Full disclosure, I've never actually built a shelter before than now knowing. So yeah, it was a tough decision.
I went through a lot in my 2 seasons of Survivor. I lost the first time. I came up just short. In Game Changers, I struggled from hour 1 when Sandra Diaz-Twine told me, I don't want to work with you. I was always on the wrong side of the numbers, so it's never been easy, and I know this isn't easy, but I love the game so much, and I love challenging myself.
After my last 2 seasons, like, it took a lot out of me.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
Joe,
Medical, medical.
Oh my God.
Joe, is he all right?
As a fan since I was a little kid, I thought I knew what Survivor entailed. You don't know anything until you're out here and you're feeling it, and the rain, the humidity, the sand.
I realize now just really how hard this experience is. It's not just the starvation, although that's very hard, but it comes also with fatigue. And I think harder than anything, and I'll try not to get emotional talking about this, but it's hard to be away from friends and family for this length of time. It's a commitment of 6 or 7 weeks, regardless of when you get voted out, even if you get voted out first. And you know, my family and friends are a real source of strength for me. And to be out here alone, not really knowing anybody, it's hard, and I have an appreciation for how hard that is, having played this before.
Only one can be named sole survivor, and we meet the remaining players hungry for that win next. Welcome back to Fiji, the home of Survivor. Now let's meet the remaining castaways who are ready to outwit, outplay, and outlast each other. Because to be honest, this place isn't just paradise, it's also a battleground.
I'm gonna be athletic, I'm gonna be smart, I'm gonna be social. So it's my combination of being the triple threat by not looking like one that'll get me to the end.
I got married 2 days before coming out here. Survivor called me a month ago saying, "You ready?" And I was like, "Let's go."
I lost my father when I was 7 years old, and Survivor for me as a kid gave me hope in times where I felt hopeless. So to be able to come out and participate on this show that meant so much to me is amazing.
I'm a teacher, but on Survivor, it's okay to lie, to manipulate, to cheat. And I think my students would be like, "Yeah, Mr. Clark, vote them out. Do what you have to do."
My everyday life prepares me for this. It's cutthroat, there's so much drama, everyone's fighting against each other, but then they have to be allies. I divorce people for a living. I do this every day.
I am totally out of my element here. I'm from New York City. I have no Survivor skills whatsoever, but I am a super fan, and I am finally here.
You've got to be strategic, social, and physical, and you have to have grit to you and a certain amount of endurance in this game. So I have a lot of the pieces of the puzzle, and if I can just put them together at the right time, I think I can win.
What are you bringing to the island that no one else will be able to bring?
My big mouth. Sometimes people need to hear things that no one else is telling them. It's not always bad.
I'm kind of pigeonholed from what you think you see from me and what I actually am. I got the New York accent, I got the bald head, so people already look at it and say, "Oh, this is like this season's Tony," or also he was in the military, maybe he's got some Ben in him. All these characters that are big targets, but they're gonna come to find out that I'm really not that person.
I was looking around trying to figure out who's that annoying person that like the first day on the island, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, we gotta," and I don't see them, which makes me nervous it could be me. I'm gonna have to definitely dial it back.
I'm gonna play it like really dumb in the beginning, like I'm the dumb blue-haired girl. Because a lot of people play it hard, really hard in the beginning and they get voted off. So no, I'm gonna be like, "What are you talking about? I don't know the game, keep me around longer."
I was a Division I collegiate athlete for the last 4 years, and so I know that I can dominate in challenges. I'm like really sweet and loving, and so I think that I know how to make people feel comfortable and important, and I'm also really smart, so I'll be able to navigate those difficult situations and also do well at puzzles and the challenges.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the youngest person, but I'm gonna use my age to my advantage. Like, I'm gonna let people know that I'm 19, and so that they can go ahead and see me as like, "Oh, he's just like a younger brother," or whatever. That'll get you up through the first few votes.
I am a sales manager. No one's gonna know that out here. They're not gonna know that I train people on the art of subtle persuasion, right? So before my career change, I taught scuba diving. So I'm just gonna tell people I am a dive instructor.
After the break, we meet the man behind the montage. His name is Scott Duncan, and his amazing story is next. Welcome back to Fiji for season 38 of Survivor. Now, we all know how epic this show is, but one of the things that makes each season so lit is the work of Scott Duncan. He's the man behind those exquisite cinematic opening credit sequences. He's a master of his craft. He's got more Emmys than he can count. And tonight, he'll share some of his Survivor secrets. The power of images, which is what you plan.
And a new layer to the game.
You know you've done a good job when someone's watching at home and the hair on their arms is raising. What goes into making sure each shot is so epic?
Each shot has to be a story. You take each shot and like expand it into a story of what maybe happened, what might happen, what happens with the weather, what's the person doing in the shot, to everybody to respond a little differently, but get emotional about the shot. And you stack these emotional shots up, be it the landscape, weather, underwater, the location, the person's like challenging themselves in the environment, and every shot has to give you that goosebump.
You were filming some of the first challenge, and it occurred to me, of course, shooting these castaways during the challenge is such an opportunity to get some of those incredible facial expressions of strain or surprise or the sweat or the slow-mo turn.
I'm filming them at the challenge, I'm filming them at the tribe camp, or wherever those kind of documentary situations are, I film them. And the internal soul visual value that comes out during the shot, I mean, you can't cheat that on a person that is here because they love it, they're playing the game because they love it, and they just release that energy. It can happen really fast in a split second, and that's I look for that slow motion energy, the visual imagery that I cannot capture. I love shooting slow motion to find those moments, and they can happen super fast. It's how I see the world or see the people experiencing it, and I want that feeling to come out, for not only for them, but others to try to experience the, wow, that's hard, wow, they're trying hard, wow, they collapsed, wow, they're sweating, wow, they must be really tired, or wow, they're going for it and they won, and it showed kind of thing. And that's what's great to show, and just have that connection with them in that non-connective kind of documentary filmmaker way, which I enjoy.
Evolution of the opening sequence.
Yep.
It's such an iconic part of Survivor, and you know, we're rolling into season 38. Tell us about some of the changes it's gone through.
The opening from season 1 to season 38 now has really been a slow evolution, but always just, I wanted to give the bold strength of it. So it stood on its own as a pillar, and then the show stands on its own as a pillar, and we have all these great strong pillars supporting the Survivor theme and the energy of it and the brand.
Now, one of the highlights every year is competing in the challenge, but here's the thing, ET Canada has never won. So this year, I am taking no chances. I'm getting all the tips on how to win from legendary Survivor Challenge producer, John Kierhofer.
Ding, ding, boom. One of the things that gets in the way, I think, of tribes sometimes is the need for the participation trophy. Well, you know, so-and-so is not very athletic, but they want to get involved. You're playing for immunity. So when you say, here's a hero moment, put your strongest in. Then there's this balance beam. The first time ever, we're doing a 3-level balance beam.
Crazy.
So when you get to the top, it's precarious. Get the people who are confident they can do it to go over first. And my tip on balance beams, if you're up high, don't look down. It's like carrying a cup of coffee. Don't stare at the cup. Look in front of you. Don't look down at the balance beam, because then you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. Just make your way across.
Okay.
And then at the end, make sure you have your strongest players doing that puzzle. Find somebody who knows the puzzle, or a couple people that feel like they know puzzles well, and then get some brawn behind it. Because it's heavy.
Now, I do have to admit, I'm very, very good at puzzles. The one puzzle that I hate is the slide puzzle. Do I have anything to worry about?
We have the biggest slide puzzle we've ever made.
Wait,
that's
the
what you're competing in.
The slide puzzle is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is your giant slide puzzle.
Awesome. Super, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Wish me luck tomorrow.
I can't wait to see, can't wait to see. I'm gonna put a couple bucks down on you.
Put it on me, put it on me.
Here we go. Survivor's ready. Go. Go.
Nothing is easy about Survivor. Dig, you can do it.
He made that look easy, and it is not easy.
He's got it.
Boom! Just like that. That is how you do it. Dalton takes a hard fall. You got to dig deep. Arisa's down now. It is now Dalton Ross, Entertainment Weekly.
This is what it comes down to now, solving a puzzle.
Dalton Ross now gonna get in.
Trying to make up some time. Can they do it? ET Canada would like to be a winner for once. Just once.
Yep. Wow, what a battle. You gotta dig deep. Finish this out.
This is it for the win. A huge victory for ET Canada. It was amazing to watch.
We did it. We broke the streak. We won the challenge. Slide puzzles were my enemy. And now I have conquered. I am so thrilled. So excited to bring this home to ET Canada. We did it. Yes, yes, yes. FYI, I'm turning 40 this year. So I would be like the old timer cast member. So this is for all the oldsters out there.
I just witnessed the very first tribal council of the season. It was amazing. Now don't worry, no spoilers here, but Jeff Probst himself is about to give us an exclusive tour of the one place you do not want to go, at least until the merge. Jeff, what can you tell us about the look of this season of Survivor?
Well, this season, when you look at Tribal, it's pretty obvious. It is nautical. It's a giant shipwreck, but it's the biggest one we've ever done. It was a massive build. And the idea behind it, because we always have a story behind it, is that this ship was involved in trade, so there's all kinds of supplies on the ship, and you'll see the stools that the survivors are sitting on and some of the backdrop. You get the idea that this ship crashed here, and whatever was on it has been left behind, and that's what we're utilizing. And that extends throughout everything, including Edge of Extinction, where players will go maybe later in the game, and the tribe camps.
It's got that epic feeling. Do you feel that when you come here and when a tribe comes here for the first time?
Yeah, one of the great things about Tribal is that we don't build a set that just has one side and then the other side is lunch menus or phone numbers. If you look around Tribal, you can see even behind you things that people will never see on camera. There's stuff everywhere. It's a three-dimensional immersive experience. This is how it's been from day one, is so that the survivors feel like they're really in it. They're living on a jungle, so when they come to Tribal, it should feel as authentic, and it does. And I think that's, in a weird way, why you're starting to see players go, I can't believe I'm in the middle of Tribal. This is so weird. I've been watching on my TV, but yet I'm in it now. And then the rain hits, and you're reminded, oh, that's right. I'm still out in the middle of the Fijian Ocean.
Fans of Survivor who are so hyped about this season, what can you tell them about the premiere episode?
Well, it's pretty packed. It's definitely an unusual Tribal and Edge of Extinction. Will people say yes? Will they be open to another level of self-reflection or torture or revelation? I don't know. We've never done an idea where we don't know what's going to happen at all. We have no idea. We have an idea of what it is, but we don't have any idea of what they're going to do with it. And that's exhilarating and frightening at the same time.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for having us out here. It's been such a pleasure.
I just want to pay props to you because not many people can come out here. You've been hardcore. You stayed on an island. You ran the challenge. You won the challenge. And you still have this great attitude. I know you have to go, but I have one more place I got to show you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right, let's do it.
Yeah. You know, Jeff, you and I have a lot in common.
Is that right?
I evict people from the Big Brother Canada house. You evict people from Fiji.
You're right. You're right. And it pains me to do this, Arisa. It really does.
Oh, no.
You're on my turf, and so I'm in charge. And I hate to say it, but Arisa, The tribe has spoken.
Wait. A power veto
No.
competition?
The tribe has.
A twist? Something?
Arisa, the tribe has spoken. Here it goes. Time for you to go. Give me that mic. You don't need it anymore. There she goes, Arisa, off into the darkness, edge of extinction awaiting. And once again, Survivor proves this game does not suffer fools. Have fun, Arisa. She's never gonna make it.
You don't want to sing the opening with me?
You start it. Pretty good. The shell coming out of the water.
The guy coming up out of the water with the shell. Day one, I'm gonna do the shell thing.
Tribal chant.
No. That's me in the strings.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, you're not gonna do it with me. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't even think that's it.
Yeah, oh, I love this game.